Hello and welcome to my channel. For those of you who remember my early days, I made this chap. But there's always one crucial part missing, his inner mouth. So today, I'm finally going to make it. I've got a whole bunch of scrap foam to hand, so let's see what we've got to work with. Luckily this piece seems to be the right dimensions, and it does need to be this long so it can slot into the groove at the back of the mouth. So that's a good starting point. I have these foam sheets which will be ideal for creating the detail. So I've measured around the length and cut off the bit I need. So the inner mouth has ridges going all the way down, so I'll score them in, making sure that I don't cut all the way through. And then I cut the length out, and I need 4 in total. Contact cement is usually the best solution when working with foam. So I'll cover the first length and spread it thin, and then I'll repeat the same process on the back of the first strip. It's advisable to do these one at a time, otherwise it'll get quite messy. And once both sides are dry to the touch, they can be put together. As I'm moving down the length, I use my fingers as a guide to make sure they remain in alignment. I just need to repeat this process 3 more times. The grooves that we cut into the foam are not deep enough, so we apply a little bit of heat with the heat gun and they open up. We do need to keep moving the heat, otherwise the whole lot will curl up. And now to create the actual mouth. You can see in the background my first attempt, and I didn't like this, so I'm going with foam clay. I'm going to make the teeth first, so whatever clay is remaining can go on the mouth. Turning everything into little balls is an ideal way to start, as you can easily gauge the sizes, and it doesn't take much to turn them into cone shapes. I mould the remaining foam clay into an open mouth shape, and I use the failed attempt as a size comparison. It's not essential, but I use the end of a brush to create a throat. Then I fine tune the mouth and get rid of a few cracks before the clay sets, and then once again confirm that it will fit. Now that the teeth are solid, I've marked out on the mouth where they're going to go. Got the 2 smaller ones on the inside and the 2 larger ones on the outside. It's just a matter of trying to line them up as straight as possible. I have a few gaps which need filling in. I could use some more foam clay to do this, but the stuff I have is starting to go off, so instead I'm going to use some milliput. If you use a lot of water, you can make this stuff really thin and it'll get into all the crevices, but of course using an appropriate tool will make that job much easier. And that's how it looks after a trip to the dentist. It's not perfect, but it's passable. I then use super glue to join both parts together. Milliput comes into play again to hide the seams, and it doesn't take long to have our inner alien mouth. And now I need to paint it to make it look more menacing, so I cover everything in black acrylic paint. This will not only give me a solid base coat, but will also act as a shadow layer. For the metal itself, I brush on some silver rub and buff. I'm only skimming across the outer layers, and that won't leave me with the black shadows. You can see here as the paint avoids the recessed areas, and that way I've got instant detail. I don't need to paint all the way down to the end, as that won't be seen. Using some scrap foam, I wedged it into the back of the alien mouth. And that's it. My alien now feels like he got all his parts. Actually, he's getting ready for a long overdue photo shoot. So hopefully there will be plenty of smoke and shadows to hide some of the not so great detail. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if I can do it, so can you.